Welcome on to the show tonight, guys. Studio 321. This is your host, Eddie B. So the Democrats are poisoning the well and have poisoned the well in America. That's going to be the subject of the show today, guys. So let's get right into it, man. Look, I'm super pissed. I'm sad, but I'm not really the kind of guy that gets super sad. I just get mad. I get angry. That's the way I deal with things. So this is what's going on, right? Obviously, everybody knows Charlie Kirk was killed today. A gunman shot at him, they think from a long distance, maybe a couple 100 yards with a high-powered rifle, hit him in the neck at one of his rallies up north. If you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, he's been a political activist for the conservatives for about 10 or 11 years. Started when he was 18. Started Turning Point USA, if you've ever heard that word. Goes to college campuses all over the country. Talks to college kids. He's not a jerk to them. He debates them. Super nice guy. I've been watching him for years. Some lefty jerk shot him in the neck and killed him. I saw the video. It was absolutely terrible. I don't know if you have access to the video. I watched it, the entire thing. And I'm not a squeamish guy, but it's terrible, man. The bullet hit him in the neck. He basically, as soon as it hit him, I looked at that and went, there's no way he's going to survive this. Blood was just gushing out like unbelievably. I knew that if they saved his life, he was going to have brain damage because of the blood loss. But they ultimately couldn't save him. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. So, again, I'm not a get sad kind of guy, right? I get angry. Now, I was laying in bed last night, thinking about the Ukrainian girl who got killed on the train in North Carolina by that black thug, right? Criminal thug, piece of crap. The girl, I don't know what it was about that was bothering me so much last night. If the video was all over line, the girl kind of reminds me of one of my daughters, to be honest with you. And I think that just sent me over the edge. I laid in bed for hours angry about that. And I don't know her. I don't know anything other than what I've seen on the internet, but I just couldn't help but relate that to my kids. I thought to myself, what would I do if I was that girl's father? I don't know if I could take it. I don't know if I could bear it, man. I don't know what I would do, but I know that hell would break loose in my life. That's goddamn for sure. So I was dealing with that yesterday. I even woke up this morning and told my wife, I said, man, that situation really bothers me about what happened with that girl on the train, And then, of course, today Charlie Kirk gets shot. And then I'm looking at this, folks, and I'm thinking to myself, the Democrats have poisoned the well, man. They have destroyed the normal relationship between the political sides in America. They've destroyed it, okay? This is not a mistake. This is all done on purpose. And now what you're going to hear over the next couple of weeks, the Democrats are all going to come out and say, oh, well, we didn't want anybody to get hurt, and we didn't want this, and we didn't want... That's a lie, okay? What they do is they instigate it. They instigate people to violence. And the truth is, whether you want to believe this or not, 30% of the Democratic base are mentally ill. They are, okay? There's a whole hodgepodge that makes up that party. And 30% of them are mentally ill. And they just do cuckoo stuff. We all know this. Nobody ever wants to admit it, but we all know it. You can see it. Even at a rally, right? Go to a protest. You got women running around with pink vaginas on their head, guys dressed in drag. Like, what normal adult does this kind of stuff? You don't, okay? These people are mentally ill. So, when you instigate people like that are mentally ill, they do mentally ill things, okay? They get guns. They start violence. They burn things down. They go crazy because they're not normal thinkers. But the truth is, the Democratic leaders, they know this, and they do it on purpose. They're like the kid in school who instigates the fight between two different people. And then when the fight starts, that kid runs to the teacher and goes, "Oh my God, they're fighting over here. Please help break it up." And then they started it, and then they try to be the hero. You see what I'm saying? It's disgusting. It's just on a large scale. We can't deal with this anymore, folks. This is the end of it right now. And this is what I'm going to say about this. I'm going to equate this to my own life, okay? People that know me know I am capable of great violence. That's just the truth. I am. It's in me, and I know it. I work in the bar business 30 years. I've been in a lot of crazy situations. I've been in hundreds of fights, breaking up fights, stopping fights, being attacked. I've had people try to jump me, people try to run me over with cars. I am capable of that stuff, okay? But I don't want to do that stuff. I want to be a peaceful family man. I want to love my kids. I want to enjoy the rest of my life, okay? But I'll be damned if people are going to keep doing this stuff, because we can't allow it, okay? We can't give not one more inch, okay? Now, you take the Ukraine girl that got stabbed to death, that was god awful as well. I saw that whole video. That was god awful as well, right? And then you take Charlie Kirk and you say, well, what do the two have in common? Well, this is what they have in common, okay? Every black person in America nowadays is told by the Democrats that white people are the devil, Trump's Hitler, we're all going to put you back in chains, blah, blah, blah. That's what all the black folks in America are told by the Democrats. Then all the white folks in America are told by the Democrats that Trump is Hitler, MAGA people are fascists, and that we're all terrible and we want them all to die or starve to death. That's what they do. So that's what you get. The guy that killed the girl on the train made a comment afterwards saying something like to the effect of, "I killed that white bitch." That's what he said. Okay? And when they catch the guy, which they have somebody in custody right now for what happened with Charlie Kirk, it's going to be the same situation. The news ain't going to bring it out right now. They don't want to talk about it, but it's going to be the same. It's going to be some whacked out lefty who just bought into all that crap that the Democratic Party keeps spitting at him. And again, 30% of that party is mentally ill. And so that's what you get. The guy on the train just probably hated white people. Now, look, you can hate white people, you can hate black people, you can do whatever you want. But the fact that he's mentally ill, he goes to the next step and murders this girl on a train. Beautiful, young, innocent girl. Wanted no trouble, just got off her job at a pizza place. Came from Ukraine, think about this. Came over here from a war-torn country trying to escape violence and dies on a train. While 4 other black people, 4, sat right next to her, got up and walked away. Just walked by her, left her to die. She could have been saved, maybe, I don't know. What are we dealing with here, people? What are we doing? We can't keep making excuses for these kind of people anymore. The legal system wants to go easy on them because, they were brought up hard. You know what I'm saying? The education system wants to help them pass with terrible grades because they were brought up hard. Like, forget that, man. That's over with, okay? We've done nothing but try to be nice and help people along. We set up programs all over this country for the poor. We try to educate people. I know teachers do extra time for underprivileged kids. We have morning school programs for breakfast because their parents don't feed them because their parents are shitbags. Okay? We have all kinds of programs. We have after-school programs at the Y to get these kids off the streets. And what's it doing? They grow up and become killers. Okay? And then you have the Democratic Party pushing this narrative in their ears that all white people are bad. So that doesn't help, does it? It doesn't. We're a very tolerant type of people. We try to help. But that's over, man. I'm telling you this right now. Okay? It's time to start pushing back right now. What does that mean? Well, it's no more giving an inch. No more letting it slide. None of that. We ain't doing that no more. Wear your gear out. Wear your hats out. Wear your shirts out. Loud and proud. Somebody gets in your face acting crazy, acting stupid, put them on their ass. That's it. Somebody want to come up and slap your hat off your head? Put them on their ass. Knock them the fuck out. That's how we're going to teach these people. The truth is, they don't like conservatives. But the truth is, at this point, they need to fear conservatives. They need to. Because that's the only thing that these people understand. They need to fear conservative people. They need to know that when something goes down, it's coming back. So if you're walking in the mall and somebody makes a comment on your shirt talking crap, stop. Say, hey, man, what's up? You got a problem? Because we can't go there. We can't do what we're doing anymore, man. We're like ducks in a barrel. They just keep messing with us. They're beating us up, shooting us, doing stupid shit, haggling us, not going to work anymore. Okay? We have to figure out a way, folks, because these people need to fear us at this point because their behavior is way out of control. The Democrats facilitated this entire thing. The reason Charlie Kirk is dead is because of the Democratic Party, period. That's a fact. I don't care what you say. They're going to get on there and try to backtrack for the next couple of days. They're going to say Charlie Kirk had a lot of hate speech. It's the guns' fault. They shouldn't have so many high-powered rifles out there. No, man, that's not it. They are the problem. They create these people. They indoctrinate them into thinking crazy thoughts about conservative people, and then they do crazy stuff. I'm sick of it. Ain't having it no more. You got to get out. It's time to fight back. It's time to fight back, folks. Even in the little stuff, man. Someone makes some stupid comment, stop and talk to them. What's up, man? They got a problem. They want to start threatening people. They want to go to violence. Go to violence. Get it done. It's time, man, because this can't happen anymore. We need to take our place back in this country. Okay? Charlie Kirk was not killed because he was conservative. He was killed because he was effective. Think about that. He was the number one voice in America for young college-age kids. The number one. He started Turning Point USA when he was 18 years old. He's 31 now. He never went to college. Did all this on his own. Super effective. Why did you try to kill Trump? Because he's super effective. That's what happens, folks. They don't care about conservatives who are weak and feckless like all the rhinos that we used to have because they just play the games. They care about the ones that are actually going to get conservative policies done. And they go after them. And it's not just after them politically. They want them dead, or they want them in jail, or they want them shamed, or they want them broke. No more, folks. That's enough of that. You guys have a good night. This is Eddie B from Studio 321. I'll talk to you soon. God bless Charlie Kirk.